Roberto Snodgrass is greeting folks as the midfielder is gutted after sudden Hearts exit. He's finally opened up about this. And we're going to dive into it. I mean, before I even read anything, I think he has been made out to be a bit of a scapegoat personally, but it is what it is. And I guess Hearts are going to have to move on. Snodgrass is going to have to move on. But let's just read the rest of it. It says Robert Snodgrass says he's gutted by Hearts' decision to discard him before the end of his contract. The former Scotland midfielder, 35, scored once in 25 games after moving to Tynecastle in September. I mean, I guess he was more of a, like, he was playing more of like a centre mid sort of role. He was never like a winger for Hearts. His last appearance ended with a red card in the home defeat by St Mirren on the 8th of April. I was in for the fight and desperate for third place, but that chance was sadly taken away from me, Snodgrass wrote on social media. It's left me gutted and disappointed. On announcing talks on terminating Snodgrass' contract last week, Stevie Naismith said the former international would be better spending time with family. It almost makes it that it's like, oh, it's a tough period for Snodgrass. He'd be as well just going back home with his tail tucked between his legs. Honestly, it's a weird one. And he says he thanks Robbie Nielsen and Lee McCulloch. He worked with a great set of boys. I don't know how much that he apparently shot himself against, like he actually shot himself on the pitch against St Mirren, as went into this decision. But I don't blame Snodgrass. I mean, he's a good player, but I mean, Hearts fans think I kind of had enough with him. And his best was definitely before him. It's not like it was the Snodgrass that played for Scotland and was no bad, was it? But is what it is. We're going to move on to the gossip column now. Get away from big Snodgrass, and we're going to dive into here. And it says Greek Super League club Aris are ready to sell Honduras winger Luis Palma, linked by Rangers for around a fee of 4.4 million. So could Rangers be getting them? Don't know too enough about him, but I know Rangers been linked to him in the past, so why not? Chris Boyd says that Aberdeen only appealed Graham Shinney's red card, knowing they'd lose and only to whip up a storm. I mean, I like you, Chris, but I think that's a wee bit of horse shit, my friend. Michael Beale would love to have the bulk of his recruitment done by the time Rangers enter the European qualifiers at the start of August, admitting the current squad needs help if they return to the group stage for a second successive season. I tell you what, if Rangers intend to qualify for the Champions League and get battered 6 times, I don't want them in the Champions League. I'd rather the Europa League. But if Rangers can get the recruitment sorted, yeah, Champions League every day of the week, baby. But aye man, honestly, watching your team get battered 6 times, cricket scores, it's no fun. And even the games that were like 2-0 to Liverpool at Anfield, we did nothing, right? We had a chance when Matondo come on, we almost scored, but that was it. Like, I mean, that was your whack. As good as it got was Arfield making it 1-0 against Liverpool, and we all know how that game ended up. Anyway, Rangers midfielder Yanis Hadji's emerged as a target for Celta Figo, according to reports in Spain. I mean, he's kind of out of favour at the minute. I mean, I know Beale's trying to ease him back in, but I mean, come on, how long can you ease a guy in for? I remember, what was it? It was the game I went to in January, 28th January against Kelly. That's the, or no, it was St Johnstone. Or was it Kelly? No, it was St Johnstone, wasn't it? Was it Kelly or St John? It was St Johnstone now with the whole Nicky Clark red card business. Hadji, that was like his return match. Remember he came over and clapped everyone, but it hasn't really seemed like, I mean, that's almost 3 months ago, like, and nothing's really, I mean, these for a period there, we seem like they make appearance for ages, but we need to get him. Ross County boss Malky McCann expects big clubs to table bids for defender Dylan Smith, 16 this summer. Manager Jim Goodwin says there's significant interest in Roy McLeod, but he wants to keep the 17-year-old forward at Dundee United. Hibernian winger Martin Boyle remains hopeful of being available for the start of next season, with the Australian international working his way back from a cruciate ligament surgery. No good, and Janelli should return to the Hearts team for the Saturday's meeting with Ross County, 12:30, guys. Make sure you're on the channel. We'll be reviewing it just before the 3 o'clock games, and Fulham are to run the rule over Ayr United teenager Dylan Wartret, with a 16-year-old fullback heading to London next week. And is that our whack? That is our whack. Not an awful lot happened. I mean, I guess Rangers going to potentially sign Luis Palma. I mean, if they're going to waste money on Ben Davies and people like that for 4 million, man, you may as well sign somebody like this, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you be as well, man? But anyway, till next time, leave your thoughts down below, and that is it for Fog Fitbit. I'll be back later. I can't wait. I wait for the weekend, the last game of the split, see how it all ends up, see who's going to win. And I maybe will have some more leagues decided across the Scottish leagues with Dunfermline, of course, winning it. It's League One. Actually, you don't get any team. I think, Dumbarton, or no, Stirling Albion can wrap it up, but who knows. Till then, though, peace.